Right. Well, thank you, Richard, for that introduction. And I'll use a Tony Bush trick here. He said that he had greater success with Year 9 than with... I'm going to start with an apology. I do not have a video. If Richard had warned me, I would have produced one. Especially as the winner of the award is not able to attend. But more of that later. Could I start by thanking my colleagues on the Doctoral Award Committee, and that's Debbie Outhwaite and Alison Tatum. Solid service, and I thank you both for that. I'd also like to just remind those of us working in HE that it is our duty to put forward applicants for this particular award. We only had 2 this year, which is a lot lower than usual. We normally have about 5 or 6, sometimes more. So I would encourage tutors, supervisors, to put forward their students who they think are worthy of the award. I should say, however, that although we only had 2, the 2 that we had were superb. They were excellent. In fact, so much so that we weren't able to make a decision about which one to choose. So this year, possibly Richard for the first time, I'm not sure, but we've decided that we're going to make a joint award. So one person is unable to attend, but I'm very pleased to say that the other person is here. I'm going to start off by mentioning the person who's not able to come here, and that's Amal Margashi, who did a doctorate supervised by Maria Kapuri, with the title, let me just look, Group Dynamics and the Constitution of Identities in Omani HE, Higher Education, a case study of cultural diversity. Now, interestingly, and I'm going to ask Maria, just give you a heads up, Maria, I'm going to ask you to say something in a moment about the work. But interestingly, both of the theses submitted this year were about higher education, which is quite unusual, very unusual, in fact. We only had the 2 submissions, but they were both about higher education. As I say, they were both of very high quality. And to just make reference to one of the selection committee comments, I won't say who it was, but she said, both make groundbreaking contributions to knowledge and demonstrate a sensitivity and professionalism that is beyond that usually found in doctoral research. Their contributions align so closely with the principles of BELMAS. So I'm very pleased to make these awards to both of the contributions. And Maria, if you'd like to come up and say a few words about the first one, about Amal's contribution.
Hello, everyone. I'm really proud to be standing here in front of you. This is the second time that I'm standing next to Professor Peter Early, this time as a supervisor. Both Professor Tony Kelly and myself, which were Amal's supervisors, are very proud of Amal's success for her huge achievement of receiving this prestigious award. So her PhD thesis was based on social identity approach, exploring the intergroup relationships within a higher education institution in Oman. And we're really, really very proud of having achieved this huge success, really. We are sure that it will have a huge potential for making an impact within the Omani context. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Year 9, are we ready? Yeah, good. I forgot to say, and I apologise for that, I forgot to say that Maria was the winner of this award only 4 years ago. So it's great to see the progression of one of our members from an award winner to a successful supervisor. Now, you'll be pleased to know that our joint award winner is here, and she hasn't got a video, but she's got a few words to say. And the joint winner of the award this year is Jane Cavani, whose Ed.D. thesis title was, "Do you ever get the feeling, quote, 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 question mark, university teacher narratives from a research-led university?" And Jane is, I think, exploring some really interesting ground in terms of those people who are coming into universities with a teacher contract, teaching-only contract, and coming as she does from a research-intensive university, the University of Glasgow. I think it's a very, very powerful thesis. Jane is already a key member of BELMAS. She told me earlier that she's chaired several sessions over the course of the conference, and she's given a paper earlier today. So I think she's already a really productive member of the BELMAS community. So Jane, would you like to come forward and accept this award? I'm going to ask you to say a few words and then we'll make the award.
I'm not going to say very many words because I promised Richard I'd let you eat quickly. So really I just wanted to say 3 main votes of thanks. My first one's to my participants, my 11 colleagues on teaching, learning and scholarship contracts at the University of Glasgow for sharing their academic career narratives with me. And being so honest and open and transparent really about how that made them feel in terms of their academic identities and their trajectories within our research-intensive university. I also wanted to say thank you to my supervisors, Dr. Oscar Odena and Professor Nikki Hedge at the University of Glasgow School of Education, and also to my external examiner, Dr. Julie Rattray from the University of Durham, who nominated me for the award. The biggest thanks, I think, and probably anyone who's gone through the doctoral journey knows, is to my loved ones, to my family and my friends who went on the journey with me and survived it with me, just about, I think. And really, finally, I wanted to say thank you to BELMAS for recognising a doctoral dissertation on higher education, and also in the area of narrative research and narrative inquiry. I know it's sometimes regarded as a bit niche, but I feel it's powerful and that stories create identities and that identities empower us to do good in our jobs and in our work. So thank you very much for recognising that. That's all.